The Los Angeles Coliseum, a place traveler calls home and the crowd loves to fight on when supporting the USC Trojans. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to start. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Line gets set, first down. Looking to move it through the air. They're bringing heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. It's complete on the right side. How about this running back's ability to get into a pass pattern and get into one downfield?
Yeah, I like it, and I like the offensive coordinator continuing to work the running back in the passing game. Do more of this. It's easy. It's not hard routes. It's not things I have to read. It's matchups and what I find when my guy's better than yours and how I take advantage of it.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team. We're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
The Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Across the 15. All kinds of running room. Touchdown Trojans! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Leaves it with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Looking to throw, it's Turbin. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Scrambling away. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
Looking for a man. It's Turbin. Throws for the tight end. He caught it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he added the extra point. So they take over with great starting field position, move it 36 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
On the move at the 30. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead of you.
The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the first down.
And they always got one of these. big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. You think about USC, that's what I always think about. Quarterbacks, playmakers, Hollywood, Heismans.
Brings up second down. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score tied 7-7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They keep attacking through the air. That's caught. It's Camarda. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Tackled, but he has a first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Trojans are threatening on first and goal. He wants to throw it. He's got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Southern Cal! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play call. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game. So a lot to process and think about.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
And that pass is intercepted. Got room on the return. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Trojans. On to attempt the try. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Ohio State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Columbus. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Comes out throwing on first down. He unleashes a long one. And he's got it inside the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him one to the 14.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. And those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking downfield, it's Turbin. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, TCU! Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
All kinds of time before he fires right.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Pulls it in. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Unloads it left. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The Trojans are on the move.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Going for it all. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
To the air, it's Turbin. Feeling some heat. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Trying to beat the D deep. He's got it inside the 25. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Quarterback checking off. Trying to find his man on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you could tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this.
And that pass intercepted. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Between the uprights, it's good. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Trojans will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Send its offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Turbin. Grabs it in the middle. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Shakes off the tackler. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face, going for it inside your own 40. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time, they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
He caught it! Touchdown, USC! And that one will put him up here in the second half. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you've got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
At the 35, he's open. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw in that out route.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Back to throw, it's Turbin. Deep shot for the end zone. Just threw that one way too far.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Trying play action. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Grab near the marker. It's Brady. Touchdown, TCU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the offense on first down. Quarterback will audible. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's going to take off. They stripped it out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on for a massive fumble recovery.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds his back in the middle. And he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass, it's Turbin. He wants it all. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly, Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but...
Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. He'll bring it back looking for help. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Finds the tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Really nice pass right there. This guy's got a lot to live up to. So much pressure when you think about playing quarterback for the Trojans. Heisman winners, guys like Carson Palmer, Matt Leinart, Caleb Williams. There's a lot of people watching this guy hoping he can be the next great one at USC. When you see throws like that, it gives you the hope that maybe, you know what, he might just be.
Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Trojans with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Dances away to buy time. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver. And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Couldn't pick it up on 2nd down. Now they need a couple on 3rd down. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Trojans! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So an 82-yard drive there. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Will send its offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer. You've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. TCU 38, USC 35.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now.
And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Using his feet to buy time. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught
it.
The
defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
And the Horned Frogs have this offense rolling. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning without their bell cow, without their star being their star. This offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on second down. To the air, it's Turbin. Got out of trouble and throws. Got his man on the right. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
He's back to throw on second down. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, TCU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 28 with the grab.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Coastal Carolina is getting dominated today. And friends, the folks in Conway deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 14 to Rutgers. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates you'll see and hear, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. The Trojans want to pick up the tempo.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation.
Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Southern Cal. What a catch and run for 6. He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run out the clock. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Trying to pick it up on the ground. On the move at the 30. Nothing but green ahead. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front, nice execution. Picking up not only the 1, making it an even bigger play and getting the 1st down.
You already have the lead. Scoring is always good. But milk the clock, and it will be your friend.
And the offense trying now to put this thing away. They're going to keep running the football to keep bleeding the clock. They've got the lead here late, now down by the goal line. Just take as many seconds off the clock as you can before snapping this football and keep running.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other side. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Here we go. What great shape they will be in if they can punch in a touchdown on 4th and goal. They'll run play action. Looking to the big tight end. Got it. He is stopped short, and isn't that going to make things interesting?
That is how you rise to the occasion late in the game. Had to come up big. Had to get the offense the football back. They're trailing by a little bit. Now, let's go make this thing even more special.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. and they got him for a safety.
And that stings for this offense. You got the football, a chance to go make a big play, take control of this football game, and you give up the safety. Now they get the football back under 2 minutes. Everything now against you. This team is going to have to find a way to respond and make a big play.